Ripple is still busy defending itself against the claims of the SEC. On the other hand, the SEC itself is getting exposed more and more for favoring ETH over XRP. What are the latest revelations? And what other bullish news are there for XRP? Stay tuned till the end of the video to find out. But first, we are giving away 50 XRP coin at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome back XRP Army. Ripple utilized legal grounds to accuse the Securities and Exchange Commission of picking virtual currency winners and losers. Through the use of legal arguments, the Securities and Exchange Commission responded by filing a lawsuit against the company. This came as a result of a complaint filed by the regulator against the problematic blockchain payments firm in December 2020, in which it claimed that XRP, the digital asset established by Ripple's inventors, was an unregulated security, prompting the regulator to fire back. Prior to the litigation, XRP was the world's third largest cryptocurrency, trailing only Bitcoin and Ethereum in market capitalization. As a result, cryptocurrency exchanges such as Coinbase delisted XRP, causing its value to collapse by 60% in the week after the SEC's complaint against it. Meanwhile, according to Ripple's March filing, Bitcoin and Ethereum continue to be exempt from the same SEC laws that they were previously exempted from. When it proposed its approach to cryptocurrency regulation on Tuesday, Ripple may have sketched a scenario in which the SEC is on the losing end, while other regulators are on the winning end. This might have been done purposefully or unintentionally. By the way, do you agree the SEC is really unfair? Let us know in the comment section down below. The following tenets serve as the foundation of the philosophy. The concept of the ripple effect was promoted. According to a report published on Tuesday, the current regulatory structure may be used to monitor the cryptocurrency industry if necessary. A day after the crypto exchange disclosed that the SEC had threatened to sue it if it released its interest-bearing product, Lend, CEO Brian Armstrong claimed in a September tweet that regulation by litigation should be the last resort for the SEC, not the first. Coinbase chose to terminate the program 2 weeks after it was launched. This is a perfectly realistic scenario to find yourself in. While continuing to discriminate against Ripple, the SEC is also backing Ethereum, which is becoming increasingly exposed and will surely backfire in the future. Comment, XRP Army, if you believe these latest revelations will help Ripple win. The good news for Ripple and XRP is that there is some amazing news in the works, such as this one. It was entirely ignored by the XRP community, but Konzum, Croatia's largest supermarket chain, just made a very interesting announcement that went absolutely unnoticed by the XRP community. When it comes to sales volume, Konzum is Croatia's largest grocery chain and the country's most important store. With more than 700 physical sites throughout Croatia and more than 10,000 employees, Konzum is the largest private employer in the country. In 1957, the first Konzum store, which was located in Zagreb, Croatia, opened its doors. Konzum has announced that it would now allow customers to acquire cryptocurrencies through its online shop, as well as pay for the items available for purchase through its online store, in accordance with a statement released on the Konzum website on December 1st. There are a variety of cryptocurrencies supported, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, DAI, XRP, Stellar Lumen, Tether, and USDC. After working together with Croatian cryptocurrency brokerage and crypto payment processing firm Electrocoin, which has developed a system called PayCheck that allows merchants to accept cryptocurrency payments and receive payments in HRK or EUR in their bank account, Konzum was able to incorporate cryptocurrency support into his platform. According to the viewpoint of a Konzum customer, the following is how it will operate. When completing the product selection, the customer will be able to choose the cryptocurrency payment option and the system will offer him a list of those available. Following the selection of the preferred cryptocurrency, the amount in its equivalent will be presented, and a QR code and payment address will be produced, after which the consumer will simply scan the QR code using just his or her own cryptocurrency to complete the transaction. With this confirmation, he will complete the transaction and receive an email confirmation from the PayCheck system, whilst Konzum will send him an invoice for the service or product that he has purchased and paid for. The PayCheck method will give the buyer a set exchange rate equal in time to commence the transaction. adequate for its effective completion at no additional fee, in light of the volatility of cryptocurrency exchange rates, which can vary from minute to minute. Finally, Conzoom intends to make it possible to pay with Bitcoin at its physical stores in the not-too-distant future. Do you agree that this could be great news for the XRP price? If yes, then make sure to like this video. However, the XRP community looks to be on the verge of suffering yet another setback in the near future. A Court of Appeals order requires the parties to provide supplemental material on the deliberative process privilege in response to the court's decision. In contrast, an XRP whale has successfully moved 150 million XRP from Binance to a private wallet via a third-party service. Consequently, after the recent Second Circuit judgment, Judge Ned Byrne has ordered the parties to provide an updated additional briefing on the deliberative process privilege. According to the order, on November 29, 2021, the Court of Appeals issued a decision on the scope of the deliberative process privilege, which was afterwards appealed to the Supreme Court of the United States. On or before December 8, 2021, the parties will file letter briefs in response to the judgment, which will all be handed at the same time to the court. For their arguments respecting the defendant's compel, they should confine themselves to little more than 3 pages in length. According to the attorney, because the law has changed, the parties have been given the option to re-brief in compliance with the new law. Later in the speech, he asserts that the DPP is crucial in assessing whether or not the SEC is compelled to provide certain internal conversations concerning the classification of digital assets as securities and whether or not they qualify as such. According to the attorney, the act was changed in order to give the Securities and Exchange Commission a little edge. There has been a marked surge in interest in the case since the amount of updates on it has increased dramatically in recent months. In a panel discussion on the 8th of December, chief executive officers from platforms from across the industry will be heard for the first time. At the hearing, scheduled for the 8th of this month, representatives from the firm's top executives will be invited to testify in their respective capacities. Pat Toomey, the ranking member of the Senate Banking Committee, had voiced disappointment with the conclusion. In contrast, according to Gary Gensler, the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, in response to the senator's request for public guidance on cryptocurrencies, the SEC has answered. However, there was no explanation from the chairman as to which cryptos are considered securities and which are considered commodities by the SEC in his comments. However, despite the overwhelming odds, the technique has experienced consistent expansion over the course of history as a whole. According to sources, the Bitrue cryptocurrency exchange will soon launch the XRP ledger Narion, which will be available for purchase. An XRP whale has successfully transferred 150 million XRP from Binance to a private wallet of his choosing. We expect the legal struggle to be concluded in Ripple's favor before the beginning of the year 2022. What do you think about this news on Ripple and the SEC? Do you agree that the SEC is scamming Ripple? Let us know in the comment section. If you want to continue to know about XRP, we have got 2 videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.